A man can never seek God while he's a sinner. God has to seek man. And a lamb, as I was explaining to some people today, just like a pig and a lamb. Well, the lamb could say to the pig, "Why, look, you're nothing but an old slop-eating pig." The pig could say, "Tend to your own business. I have no desires to be a lamb." And the pig could not change his nature. No more than a sinner can change your nature. You're born in sin, shaped in iniquity, come to the world speaking lies, and there's not one good sound part about anybody. So who are you anyhow? Sometimes I notice people go out here. I was standing by a big museum here not long ago. And I've seen the analysis of a human body. A man that weighed 150 pounds was worth 84 cents in chemicals. Could you think of it? And then you think you're somebody. You're worth 84 cents. Right? Put a $10 hat on 84 cents and think you're somebody. Wrap a $500 chubby around you and think you're somebody when you're 84 cents. You sure take care of that 84 cents though, don't you? Right. But remember, in there you've got a soul that's worth 10,000 worlds. And you let the devil push that around anyway. Yes, that's right. You take a person, some of these little feisty people out on the street, don't know no more about God than a Hottentot would know about an Egyptian knife. You know, they belong to church. Wrap a $500 meat coat around, stick their nose up in the air, if it rained, they would drown them. Thinking there's somebody. What are they? 84 cents. That's right. But you got a soul, remember. Now, in the beginning, you say to that person, "You ought to be born again." To say, "Tend to your own business, mortally." Can't help it. Just can't help it. It's a pig. You can never tell it to be a lamb. No more than you can ever become a Christian without God calling you. Now, what has to happen to the pig to make him want to be a lamb is something has to come down and change his being. Is that right? So who has to do that? You? Your whole nature's the other way. God has to do it. God speaks and your nature begins to seek after God. That's when God is dealing with you. Before anything can happen out here to make you be a Christian, something has to happen in the heart here to turn you to Christianity. That's right, it's election. God does that. The father Abraham was the first one that I know of this side the flood that was called by grace, by election. God chose Abraham not because he was Abraham, not because he was any good person. God chose him because he was elected. God did it. Now I want to say something. You can never make yourself something that you're not. If you're just impersonating Christianity, no matter if you're preaching the gospel, you need an altar calling your soul. Right? If you're just trying to act like that person that's a Christian, you're miserable yourself, knowing in your heart that you're not. And if the fruits of the Spirit don't follow you, long-suffering, goodness, meekness, gentleness, patience, and you need an altar calling your heart.